So today I'm going to be reviewing Road Narrows by Brian Bowyer. So for those of you who are unaware, Brian Bowyer is a horror slash a dark fiction slash crime writer. But if you'd ask me, I would tell you that it's more of a crime novel. But maybe the horror and crime genre aren't too dissimilar from each other. I mean, take the Hannibal Lecter series, for example. Those are crime books. They deal with serial killers, but through and through they are horror stories. And to drive the point home that crime and horror are very similar, take for example the book that I read last year, Deviant, which is about Edward Gein and the horrible things that he did. It goes to show that a lot of the crime stories are horror stories. So when I say that this book is a crime book, I would also say that it's a horror book as well, but that's just me. I don't know if people would agree on that, but yeah, that's just my opinion on it. So Road Narrows is a sequel to Road Harvest, a book that I read and reviewed last year, which is a really good book. I would recommend reading it before this one, simply because this book wraps up sort of a subplot that was left open in Road Harvest. So, I mean, you can read this as a standalone, but, I mean, I would recommend Road Harvest simply because it's a really good novella. I absolutely enjoyed it. So this book follows the main characters from Road Harvest, Leo, Jinx, and Tina, and they have returned to Los Angeles, and they're kind of just chilling out at the compound. And Leo and Jinx actually get a job from a guy named Pops, where they have to go steal some jewels, you know, so it's a heist. It's kind of like a heist story, you know, there's that. We are also introduced to a few other characters, a novelist named Roxanne Hargrove. And everybody in this book seems to be reading her books. She's extremely famous. She's sort of like a Stephen King type character, where her books are famous and everybody knows her movies. We're also introduced to a psychopath cannibal named Zolchrist. This guy is, let's just say he needs therapy. Yeah. Okay, whatever. We're also introduced to a character named Ethan McGee, and he is a piano player who is trying to come to terms with the death of his 3-year-old daughter and his wife. His story's quite sad, but once you start figuring out what he's doing after playing the piano at local hotels, what he's doing, yeah. Okay, that's the thing about this book. Everybody's a psychopath. Everybody is just, there's not one good character in here. Like, I mean, I think there's a few, like there's a father and son named Dan and Danny. Those are like the only characters that are considered good, I guess. But everybody in here is just a feckin' son of a bitch. They're bastards. Everybody's a backstabber. Everybody has killed somebody. Everybody is just... Like I said at the beginning of the video, leave sanity at the doorstep, because this book is insane. It's just bonkers. The characters are evil. Some people might ask what this book is about, or what's the plot. And if you ask me, I wouldn't say it has a plot in the traditional sense. It's sort of... Brian has created these characters and he's set them loose in the city of Los Angeles. And, I mean, some people might not like that. I enjoy it. Now, I do have one complaint about this book. I wished Leo and Jinx had more page time. You know, I just love those characters. I think they work well as a crime duo. But I don't know, maybe Brian will make a third book. Brian, write one. All in all, I think I liked Road Harvest more than Road Narrows, but this book is still it's a 4. I really liked it. Would I recommend it? Absolutely, yeah. And there is one thing that I mentioned in my review of Road Harvest, and that is the back. I think, use your discretion while reading it. I think Brian might give too much away on the back. To me, there's a few spoilers in the back. So use your own discretion again. But yeah, other than that, the book is absolutely fantastic. It was great. I enjoyed it. Get yourself a copy. Brian Bowyer. He's a good guy.